Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Don't Gaslight Me, Jesus, a Dungeon Crawler Carl reading and rereading podcast and member of the Sander Lynch Podcast Network. Today, we're talking about the end of the first book in the Dungeon Crawler Carl series, Dungeon Crawler Carl, a lit RPG and game lit adventure.
It's lit.
I don't remember if all of that is on the hard copy, but that's what it says in my Kindle version.
I don't remember being in there, but okay.
We read chapters 45 to the epilogue, and in those chapters, there's another boss fight, kind of maybe a bit of a different boss fight than what we've seen before, and then the team adds a new member to the roster. Something that everyone's been waiting for, though maybe not exactly in this way. But I'm Data, and with me today is...
Tim.
Jennifer.
Glurp, glurp, motherfuckers. Mike's back.
It's true. Mike's back. I took your the stuff you sent last week for the last episode and put it basically right up front. So
awesome.
Before everyone starts giving their thoughts, you get to be first up.
Oh, so. Okay. I thought I recorded my stuff thinking I was going to be at the end. So interesting.
Too bad.
You never know what I'm going to do in editing.
I never know.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
You edit it together. It's like, Data, you are quite good at turning me on. Everybody just ignore that.
I am 100% ignoring that. Anyway, let's get into talking about these chapters. Welcome back, crawlers, to the last episode of the second floor. Shocker, we're not going back to the second floor now that we've gone down the stairs.
We don't know what happens in book 8.
That's true. It's like you start back at the beginning. That would really artificially drag out the series, wouldn't it?
Mordecai's like literally turned into like an eclair at this point, like a talking pastry. He's just like, don't. We're running out of ideas here, folks. It's book 8.
Well, there's a bunch of references all the time, so maybe it's the Marlon Brando suggestion of Jor-El being a talking bagel. So now Mordecai's a talking bagel.
We've come full circle because it's a bagel.
I get it, because bagels are circles. So yeah, 3 chapters in an epilogue this time. We wrapped up. We finished a book. Isn't it exciting? Did you ever think it would happen? You guys could have read this book in like a day easily, all by yourself, instead of taking however long we've taken. But what did you guys think of the end of Dungeon Crawler Carl?
Well, I think he's still angry.
The important thing is that we finished it.
For the friends we didn't make along the way.
Yeah, for the friends that died. Look, as always, the villain of this story is going to be the fact that we're reading it in such an ass-backwards way.
So it's Data, then.
Data is the villain.
I'm a great villain, I have to say.
Yeah, he has history of it. And I don't think much happened to talk about for these last 3, chapters, except the exact ending, of which I'm going to read exactly what I sent Data when I finished reading it. Does this book end in the middle of a scene, or is this physical book missing some pages? Either way, I'm pissed. It's very finish the fight Halo 2-like, and you don't want that comparison, Dimmy. So, yeah, I don't like the ending of this book. This fucking sucked. I got so pissed. I went and watched a bunch of Dragon Ball, and I mean a bunch of Dragon Ball. I finished most of a saga. And
he literally screamed. It was hilarious.
And I did not care for this ending. Not much happened.
What saga of Dragon Ball?
I actually watched Dragon Ball Super, and I watched most of the Destroyers tournament. So Universe 6 versus Universe 7.
I've never actually watched any Super, so.
Never?
It's the 3rd? I think it's the 3rd saga. Yeah, 3rd. Because it's Battle of Gods, Resurrection F, which is trash, and then the Destroyers.
Okay, fair. Just curious. Continue.
Yeah. not a whole lot to talk about. I can't say that I had a good time. I mean, I guess they got a pet. Whoop-de fucking do. The ending really soured me. It's like having a delicious cake and your last bite is just a rock. So yeah, it was probably a good cake, but now I don't have teeth. So, that's me. Jen, what you think?
Fair enough.
It's I like this comparison. There was a rock in the cake, and Tim's just like, yeah, pet, fuck that, whatever. I didn't even notice another boss fight. I'm pissed off about the ending. Okay.
Oh, let's talk about the boss fight. The best boss fight that ever took
boss
2
fight.
fucking minutes.
Yeah, that was the most overrated boss fight ever. I don't know if you could call that boss fight. I mean, it was stupid. It's like at this point, if this was supposed to be a neighborhood boss, then it was the dumbest neighborhood boss ever. It took them literally 3 seconds to take care of him.
The scaling's off. That would have been a fun first villain instead of a horrifying, hoarding woman. Like, just death.
At least she was
fucking
more
hamster.
interesting.
She was interesting, but like Death Hamster is like a gag fight that you do early on. You ended a book on a gag fight, and then, Master Chief, what are you doing on that TV show?
Going my feet.
Yeah, I didn't care for this.
My response, by the way, since Tim read what he wrote, was like, oh, that's not mid-scene. That's a teaser for next book.
It's not mid-fucking scene, because it's not even a good cliffhanger.
It's not a
fucking
cliffhanger.
Conversation, and we just decided to stop. I mean, that's fucking mid-scene.
Like, if a TV show ended on a cliffhanger, and you say it's a cliffhanger, and it's literally just someone going, oh, and before you go, that's not a fucking cliffhanger. It's just fucking stupid ass writing. This book better get better. Oh, wait, it's over. So
That's not much time left for that, huh?
Yeah, this one pissed me off. And I was enjoying it. I was like, oh, cool, Velociraptor. Fuck you for reading.
Like, without that last
Buy
sentence,
more books.
Without that final sentence, Tim would have been like, oh, this was good. And then the one sentence just turned it all on a dime.
Yeah. I know.
Completely unnecessary.
What's going to happen. We're going to get book 2, and they're going to pay this off, and it's going to be a fucking nothing. So it was like all just this thing to be like, aren't I a mischievous little boy? Yeah, fuck off. Stupid asshole. It's a day later, and I'm still kind of pissed about it.
Okay. Sorry, Jennifer. Did you have some other thoughts you wanted to?
I was just completely unnecessary the way they ended. Like, that epilogue wasn't even really an epilogue. Oh, they went to another interview. Interesting of an interview. Like, let's be honest. I mean, other than, making fun of stupid Prince. Glurp, glurp, dude. There wasn't really anything that interesting in that interview. And then just, like, stop mid-conversation. Yeah, that pissed me off, too. It seemed completely unnecessary. Like, I didn't need any of that. Continue reading this. Yeah, no, that pissed me off, too. It was just... I feel like these last few chapters were all kind of a cop-out. Like, I don't want to get too in-depth about anything. We're just going along. We get the pet. Like, the beginning of the next chapter is all, like, going about how they did all this, they were doing all this stuff to get Princess Donut to bond with our new friend Mongo. Expand on any of that. It's just like, that was a good opportunity for some character development of some variety, but it was essentially a paragraph at the beginning of a chapter, and that was it. I wasn't impressed with any of these chapters. Let me leave it at that. I mean, we did have Agatha come strolling back through and kind of confirm sort of some of the suspicions we had that there was something bigger at play with maybe other companies in the system thing. But other than that, I don't know that I got anything real meaningful out of any of these. Other than, hey, we're going on to the next floor.
Because you didn't know that was going to happen. So we
Right.
got that.
It was just very much kind of a letdown for the end of a book. I expect more out of an end of a book. Like some big revelation or feels like some big growth or we're going to get something big. And these just felt like continued on. And maybe that was the way it was originally published. I don't know. Because wasn't this published in a slightly different variation in some way?
I mean, it was put out a little at a time on the internet, but
Yeah, so maybe if you read it in that way, it was slightly different, but it just doesn't really feel like this is the end of a book in any way. Kind of feels like we just stopped and hey, go pick up the next one because literally we just stopped.
honestly,
Pay more money.
The way it came out originally is probably closer to how we read it than how most people read the book. So,
And almost find that as much because to me, reads kind of like fan fiction. And I think we said that in a different episode at some point, but it's kind of what this reads like. And if I'm reading something on fanfiction.net, that's what I expect. But maybe it's because I'm not reading it on fanfiction.net.
Yeah. It's a book. Fucking punch it up.
yeah, I think you're both right that the chapters feel very much like, and both Mike and Tim, although they weren't in the same room when they said it last week, that it's like the climactic fight, quote, or conflict moment of the book seems like it came on that show with like Frank and Maggie and stuff, and it wasn't a physical fight. It was like an emotional scene. And these last few chapters feel very much like, okay, we've had the big moment. Now we're winding things up, and let's get to the end.
I feel like it would have been a better book if you had ended it there. Like, hey, we don't know what's going on with Maggie and something big's happening in the next book. Like, that almost would have been a better ending to me than just tagging on these additional chapters where nothing really happens other than we go to a new floor and did a random and review conversation.
Fair.
But I mean, overall, I enjoyed the book. Let me just say that. I mean, it was fun. It's definitely not too deep or anything. If I'm just reading it and having fun, I had fun with the overall book. The end does kind of piss me off. I don't want people to think I didn't enjoy it. I had some fun with it, but the end just kind of made me irritated.
Yeah, towards the end of the episode, we'll try to hit on overall feelings of the book, anything that we haven't done before we get there. So you will have a chance to be like, hey, no, I didn't hate it. It's okay. I'm just upset.
I don't think I could disagree with Tim and Jen more about the end of this book because my ending was like the climax fight was the rage elemental, and the climax with Carl kind of coming into his own, kind of stepping up on the show when Frank showed up. That was kind of all the end of the book for me, and had the book ended there, I suppose that would have been a good enough ending where it's like, all right, we're going to be looking for you next book. So anything after this, to me, was going to be gravy. Like it was just going to be like, oh man, we're going to start setting up some stuff that we're going to be dealing with in the next book. And I know that the last bit that we read was called Epilogue, but we still had 3 chapters to get through before we got to the epilogue. I kind of considered this whole section an epilogue because the boss fight in this section with the gerbil was just to show that Carl has fully come into his own, and he's kind of gaming the game now, and he's playing smart. He's figuring stuff out. He's realized that this whole thing is a puzzle for him to solve. So it was meant to just show just how far he's come since the beginning of the book. He even says he's like, before I would have run away, but now I'm running towards the danger. And it was really, to me, just a thing that was signifying just how far he had come since then. And then the stuff with the pet is just going to be like, hey, this is going to be a new dynamic for the next book. Can't wait to see that kind of thing. And so, I mean, to me, the unofficial title for this episode, since I seem to just do that every episode, is Enough of That Shit. Here Comes Mongo.
Yeah.
So
I do think manga will be fun, so I'm with you.
yeah, no, and the idea of us getting a pet velociraptor, and he's literally just the worst. I got a lot of Crunch Bite like flashbacks to Red versus Blue when they got like an alien that they hatched, and all it did was just just try to bite people and kill them, and I'm just like, this is fun. This is a new chaotic element because we've kind of signified that that Donut and Carl are really just like a really tight team, and this is a fun little dynamic. It's like, well, now they kind of have a baby, so it's just previewing up what's going to happen next book, and now I'm excited for the next book because of this, because that means the next book starts with the character creation screen. Like that's fun shit to me. So it's yeah, like all these chapters was just the teeing up chapters for book 2, which I would agree we have a little bit of an advantage here now because it's been some years after these books have started, so we can literally just go into book 2 and it's not really a problem. So if I had to wait like a year and a half for another book, I might be a little upset, but I literally just have to go on my Amazon account and just hit order, and suddenly I'm reading book 2. So I don't really have a whole lot to complain about. It's kind of like when someone tells you, it's like, oh, that show, that was a slog through the first 3 seasons, but they hit their stride. They eventually got it. And I'm like, uh-huh. Well, I'm glad I waited for most of the story to be already done. So uh I don't know. I couldn't get mad because I was just like, it's just it's a silly fun book to read, and it's like, oh no, I just have to read more silly fun book. Okay, awesome. I like these characters. I like this world. Well, I hate the world, but
It's such a
I think
nice world.
I think
to
you're
live in,
supposed to. But I love the characters. I love Carl and Donut. They've grown on me so fucking much since the beginning. So I'm having fun. I'm still having fun. I can't wait to read more. So that's what I got.
Chill. Oh my god.
Matt
Oh.
Gentleman has paid Mike.
I knew
Look,
it.
If you besmirch the name of Matthew Digimon again, I will fucking slice your throat.
Oh, I will agree with you that one of the most fun bits for me is with the end of the book is knowing that we're going into the character creation sort of
Mhm.
thing, because I'm just like, oh well, this is interesting. I want to see what not only Carl and Donut, but we've met a few other people, and presumably we'll meet several other people after this. Like, I want to see the races and classes that people pick, because it sounds like it might be interesting.
Yeah, that's going to be a great opening to a book.
A really great ending to a book too.
Right? It could
No.
have been a really great cliffhanger to a book too.
Yeah, right? Oh well.
Oh man. Well, I love the gamut of thoughts that we have on this. Great.
A lot of emotions running high on this one. I
For
love
sure.
it. Uh-huh.
Well, okay. Let's move into these chapters, y'all. We'll talk about them, and I want you guys to be thinking, because when we get to the end and I'm looking for predictions, I want you guys to have some sort of prediction on race and class selections. Even though we don't know specific classes, Mordecai gives us some general sort of ideas, and so I'm curious what you guys think they will go with when we get there.
Okay.
So think on that while we work through the 3 chapters and an epilogue. So we start, and I like, after you've read the chapter, going back, the top of 45 is the picture of a little gerbil. And it's like, oh, okay, now I get what that's about. But we just skip straight to them finding the boss chamber of the kobolds, because it was like, oh, it was super easy because there's metal music blasting, and that's the source of it. It's the boss chamber. And it's like, I can't even tell if the vocalist is singing English or is human because it's metal music, and who the fuck knows? Which, I feel you, Carl.
I thought it was going to be what is it, demon gerbil bikers from space or something. Like I didn't know what was going to be coming out of that friggin' door.
I mean, I guess
I was kind of imagining like a chicken fight for some reason.
A chicken
Something?
fight? Wow, cockfight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the dogs in cages, like I guess like dog fighting would have been like kind of a thing too. But I was expecting almost like a biker gang, and I'm like, oh, are we gonna get the dad? Like what is happening?
Oh,
here?
I had that
Like,
thought too.
yeah, like I was like, what the fuck is gonna come out of there? And of course, you got to do a gag. Like it's got to be funny.
Oh, it's in your book.
Tim's just gonna be the
He's just
entire
gonna be
episode,
salty the
fuck
whole
that
time.
ending. Yeah. Okay, fair. They do manage to level up to level 12, both of them, before they get to the boss. So that's good. That was the whole point, was they're supposed to be grinding a little bit. So, and Donut wants to know why they can't play something good like Oasis. And Carl's like,
Which I like Oasis, so I was with her, man. Just saying.
Where do you even get that? Even B didn't listen to Oasis. And she says, no, Miss Beatrice likes country music, and that's just as bad as this.
Should have been my first
I like
clue.
that was a red flag, too. It's like, yeah, I should have known from that.
It's always a red flag.
For country music fans out there,
your red flags
get better taste.
Mike and Tim's opinions do not necessarily reflect those of Don't Gaslight Me, Jesus podcast.
But they do reflect John Diddamon's.
Okay, yeah,
True.
maybe. No, look,
and it's 3 out of 4 of us that are saying.
I don't know. Jennifer said that, but I know that Jennifer listens to country music, so do I. You know,
Usually, but I haven't in a while. I go in and out of phase.
yeah.
Data picks up his framed photo that's signed by Garth Brooks, and he puts it face down. And he's like, "You don't need to hear this, Garth."
But
look away. Look at the flowers, Garth.
I do have to say, it's unfair to assume that because a writer puts an opinion in a character's mouth that it reflects the opinion of the writer.
Oh, you don't think Carl is a author avatar at all?
I mean, in some way,
The time it does.
I feel like most authors have some of themselves in every character, probably. But having now seen Matt at a panel, he is a lot more flippant than Carl. I don't know that I feel like Carl is a reflection of him in the stuff that I've seen, anyway.
Oh, yeah,
I was saying Carl was a reflection of him, but I didn't. Well, I mean, I sort of did, I guess, for like 5 seconds, but I didn't. Really.
Oh, yeah. We were in line and got book signed, and when we got up to the book signing thing, she just kind of like stepped off to the side and was like, "You go get the book signed. I don't want to talk to authors. They're scary people, you know."
Are you making fun of my introvertedness? Because that's just rude.
That's one of the issues that I run into a lot with the Dresden Files, one of my favorite series, because quite frankly, the main character is a little bit misogynistic, and in the series, it's played as like a character flaw, and it gets him in trouble a lot. He gets in bad situations because of this opinion that he holds, and people love to jump to conclusions like, "Oh, well, the author like hates women or something because of that it's of this character holding these sorts of opinions." And I'm like, when the author is showing that this is a bad thing that gets you fucked up, maybe it's not an opinion that they hold. Maybe you should actually kind of read what you're reading. But anyway, it's a pet peeve. In this case, I don't know. Matt Dinneman might hate country music.
Did you do the awkward thing where you're like, we got a podcast about your books?
I did not. Although I had one of the bookmarks that we were handing out. It was bookmarking my place in the book where I wanted him to sign. So he opened it and kind of like saw Donut and looked closely at the thing, and then he just kind of like laughed and signed the book. So I don't even know if he noticed that it said podcast. He may have just seen like the picture of Donut and Don't Gaslight Me, Jesus. But
it would have been the greatest thing in the world if he tried to use the QR code and it didn't work.
Yeah, I didn't realize that expired. We handed out a bunch of those, and now anyway.
QR codes expire? Totally didn't know that.
No, I had no idea that
certain
that
ones
would happen.
Certain ones do, apparently. I don't know how that works, but someone recently told me it's like, for certain ones, there's like a certain amount of time unless you like get like a subscription or you make a specific kind of QR code. I was like, I don't know science about QR codes.
Nope. This is all new information.
I know there's algorithms involved with them, and that's all I know about them.
Good to know now. After we have like 200 bookmarks printed, with the, I mean, I have to get like stickers now to place over that, or not. Yeah, but whatever.
It says the name of the thing on it.
Yeah, the title's on there. You guys can find it if it's like, if you're here, Google. You already found it. So
use the old magic. Use the old Google magic.
But I remember Name of the Wind, which I know some of you have read, is another example because the main character Kvothe hates poetry and is very into music. And I've seen a couple of times where the author gets asked about that, and he's like, the author has no strong feelings about poetry and doesn't really know much about music. Those are just qualities of the character that he wrote.
Okay.
But anyways, they get to the boss chamber, and it's like a dog kennel, he says. And in fact, the text on the walls is in Portuguese and indicates that the place had been a municipal dog pound. So, and while most of the cages are empty, a bunch of them have the danger dingoes in them.
Danger
And
dingoes.
They're all like on the mini map. They're all red dots, so they're all enemies, aggressive. And Donut's like, they're in cages. Should we just like kill them and get the experience? And this is where Carl remembers Mordecai's advice: look for the clues. And he's like, no, hold on. I think we can figure this out. And he basically just like treat these poor dingoes are locked in these cages and they're messed up, all scarred. And he shows some kindness and feeds them. And each of the red dots turns white.
I'm going to be pedantic as fuck. If they had killed those dogs, the fight would have been just as easy.
It's not wrong.
Yeah, the only change, I guess, would be the gerbil wouldn't have been delayed as long, but it wouldn't have been any tougher.
Well, didn't the danger dingoes take care of all the rest of the kobolds? Like, wasn't there like a shit ton of them that Carl didn't blow up? So they actually
not a shit ton. There was only stragglers.
Okay. There were some, yeah.
He got most of them.
I don't remember if it says if the boss was damaged at all by being ingested by a dingo. Maybe that got most of his health down.
I don't remember either.
I think
he did the most damage.
Yeah.
I don't think it mentioned anything. It's just like he was inside of him, so you assume he's dead until,
He's not. Yeah.
Yeah. So like just on strict speaking of, this is a hint that the AI is giving you. This was a garbage hint.
I mean, if Carl hadn't thrown a jug of boom, then it probably would have made all the difference in this situation.
Of course. But that's I guess the problem of over leveling anything, right? Like, there's strategy in this fight, and you're like, no, press A. Like,
we'll hear later that like what he was supposed to do was look at the names of the danger dingoes, and the first one that he feeds is the one that's going to go for the boss. So he needs to feed the right one to go after it. So there could have been a fucking like rat catcher was the name of the danger dingo that you had to feed first, and that would have killed the boss instantly. And it's like, okay, because I think the pedanticism like there is the point of that thing where it's like he had the right idea to solve the puzzle, he just did it in the wrong order, which happens in video games all the time, and there's usually either comical or awful punishment for you solved the puzzle, but not how we wanted you to. So we're gonna fuck with you a little bit.
To me, it feels more like what Tim said, where it's like this would have been an easy button for somebody at a lower level, less capable. Mm-hmm. But in Carl's case, it was just like, well, yeah, we could do that, or I could just like punch the thing and stomp it, and it's fine.
But it wasn't an easy thing because it didn't seem to do anything to it getting eaten. It just slowed it down for a minute. I guess maybe that was the point, was that it slows it down for a minute. I don't know.
If I'm going to know prize all of this, it was just a tutorial to teach them about pets, because that's what they're going to get a reward for. And that's probably what the author was intending anyway, was it's just priming both the character and the audience for pets.
For the concept.
Pets are powerful.
But as far as a hint for the boss fight goes, maybe they take on the regular mooks in the fight, but there were so many dogs inside the boss arena that they couldn't have fed, that the dogs couldn't possibly have stopped those from coming out. So there's just would have been more ads anyway. I don't see this as being a very helpful hint to the fight.
At the very least, they didn't have to fight the dingoes, kobolds, and the boss. So
that's true.
There is that.
That's why Tim was like, you could have just killed them and you get the
killing them did the exact same. Yeah, it's just
and gave you experience. So technically, it would have done a little bit more probably.
And also, it may have ruined somebody's day, like he said, when they run off. Like
that's true. Yeah,
like maybe some other group has like a bunch of infants and elderly that they're like, you just follow us. You've already cleared the way, and all of a sudden, dogs appear out of nowhere and just tear them to shreds. Good job, Carl.
I guess we have no idea how it could. It's like it could be if you kill them, they start howling, and then that draws the attention of everyone in the boss room somehow, or who knows? Who knows what could have happened? I guess.
Yeah.
I
It's
guess we'll
just a-
find out from Mordecai later because he'll be like, "Oh yeah, you did that all wrong. Like you just
Yeah,
the
you
fact
messed
that you're
up.
as
Smart, but-
powerful. Yeah, just the fact that you're as powerful as you are is why you did well. But yeah, you did that all wrong."
And I love that he starts feeding these pet biscuits, and Donut is outraged. That's my food. What are you
That's
doing,
my
Carl?
food.
This is a betrayal most foul. And he's just like, the viewers can't see the chat. Don't be a drama queen. Like, come on. You don't have to play it up in the chat. And then the music shuts off, and he's like, the doors open. They're going to start coming out. He's got a Jug-a-Boom ready. And this is that moment where it's like somebody mentioned. He says, my original instinct would have been to hide, but in the past week, I changed a lot. Now I'm running straight towards the danger.
I did love that. I love how much growth he's had and how confident he is now.
Yeah. Different sort of dude. Very, a lot stronger for sure.
Oh, definitely. Especially just the whole like just thinking that this is going to be because they're playing it up like it is going to be like this really difficult fight because there's a fight like this in the Hades game. In fact, that's the game that this reminded me of the most. There's one of the many boss fights that can happen in one of the individual rooms is the the demon rodent or whatever, and it's basically this thing, and just the fact that it's like, oh, this is going to be a problem. It's I guess the other analog to it would be like the rabbit from Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Yeah, that's what it
where
felt
it's
like to me.
yeah, yeah. This is going to be a huge fucking problem, and he literally just punches it, and that mostly kills it.
But there was, it says there's about 40 kobolds that come out. So that might have been a problem if they hadn't walked directly into a Jug-a-Boom that burns most of them up.
Very true. This would have
Mhm.
been a very difficult fight for Carl, like just a little while ago. It's just meant to show just how far he's cut. It's a power fantasy type thing. It's showing how powerful he is now. Which when we get to floor 3, I would imagine the stakes are going to have to come up considerably for there to be anything that's going to be an actual threat to him at that point.
Well, they have a
Right, yeah.
baby they have to watch out for now.
Yeah.
That's true.
The
An extremely
Velociraptor.
aggressive baby, yeah.
Yeah, it's an angry drunk toddler that just runs at everything.
Constantly
angry
biting Donut on the nose.
Drunk toddler with a knife.
What everybody needs in their life.
Yeah. And one of the kobold raiders is dressed differently and is holding a cage about the size of a shoebox. And he's pulling it open, and Carl's like, oh crap. And then we get the description of Ralph the Frenzied Gerbil, which we find out it says these will be like regular things you could encounter on like floors 5 or 7. But this one's been training to murder humans because he hates them so much.
Did anybody else picture the little gerbil from Bad Guys the entire time this guy was going off? 'Cause
Oh, the
that
evil
was what was
gerbil
in
from
my
Bad
head.
Guys. Yeah.
I have not
Spoilers for
seen
that movie. The gerbil is the villain.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Well, I haven't seen it, and now I never will.
I think
Well, that's all you
think
needed to know.
it has me thinking more of him from Bad Guys 2 when he gets super ripped.
Oh yeah. There you go.
We have 6-year-olds, so we have to see these.
Yeah, I've
things.
seen all the cartoons. All the cartoons.
No. All I know about those movies is that Mark Maron is the snake. And that's it. That's all I know about those movies.
I mean, there's a great cast overall of. Hold on.
Oh, I know that.
Mikey,
Well,
what year did Bad Guys come out?
2022.
It was 2022. Yep.
Wow, that's impressive.
He did it. That's his
Oh,
character arc.
It's my character arc. I've come
Good
so
arc.
far. I'm so much stronger than I was.
Oh look,
Well done.
Aquafina's in it again, playing Aquafina.
She does like to play Aquafina. It's true. It's also got
She
the guy
does,
from the
really.
IT crowd, which
Did
I
you
don't
call
know
her
if you guys ever watched.
Aquafinga?
Ah,
He's
I was
like
with
one of
him.
those
It was
names.
That's her name in the movie. She plays a version of herself.
She
Yeah,
plays a
Aquafina.
spider in the movie. But you guys ever watch the IT crowd?
yeah.
Yes.
Funny British comedy. Richard, I don't know how you say his last name, but
Ida Wally.
He plays. There's no L. There's no L in this name, so I don't. um, he plays the gerbil we were talking about. So fun.
Great voice. Great
Yeah.
voice.
For sure. Like I could see him doing more voiceover stuff.
You can tell how engaged we are with this ending of the book.
What
I
the
mean,
fuck happens?
It's not like we haven't done random sidetracks in every other episode.
I know.
We're good at that.
I like the note in here that Ralph had to commit unspeakable acts of cannibalism because
He had to eat his whole goddamn family.
he had to eat his whole family because a child grew bored with the pets and they were starving.
God damn.
Although
Yeah.
when I was in middle school, we had hamsters in a class, and you didn't have to not feed them for them to eat each other. They're fucking
That's concerning.
Metal.
They are metal. Yep, there you go. And so the hamster or the gerbil, that's a gerbil, yeah, frenzied gerbil. Just making sure there's so many tiny animals. It's coming at them, and its mouth is bigger than it. It defies logic and physics how big this mouth gets.
Just imagine a cartoon mouth. Like
Yeah.
It just turns into a cartoon character when it opens its mouth.
Exactly.
Those Quiznos guys.
Yeah, the Quiznos like rat things. Yeah.
I was just thinking like an actual snake and how I can.
Oh, an
That's not nearly as
unhinged
fun.
Yeah. But Donut immediately says, "Carl, I can't help but think this boss has been placed here for a very specific purpose.
to sell us Quiznos subs."
I mean,
Which
I
don't know that I was with Donut on this one until she kind of said it, but
Yeah, I had no idea what she meant.
Yeah,
Because
I didn't get it either.
the dingoes get released by one of the surviving kobolds, and one of them comes out and snaps Ralph up and eats him, and it's done. And she's like, "Oh, I guess I was wrong." Once we find out what her idea was, I'm like, "Oh yeah, okay." And so, yeah, the kobolds, the remaining ones get eaten by the dingoes who've turned on them, and it's over in seconds, or so we think. Except the boss music is still playing, and he's like, "We're missing something."
The moment that the thing that the dingo ate the gerbil, the moment it ate it, I'm like, I swear to God, if that thing explodes, because like the thing is just like sitting there, and you just hear like Latin and like the Sephiroth fucking music start playing, like that would have been funny to me. The only other thing that I thought is that it was going to be the scene from The Thing when the like just tentacles just start just coming out of the dog and shit, and then the gerbil is now piloting the danger dingo, and it's like, oh no, it just keeps leveling it, and I didn't know if we were going to get like a weird kind of like parasite kind of fight where it's just like it's not actually a gerbil. The plague within it has become sentient, and it now infects larger and larger hosts.
That's
when
deeply disturbing. Yeah.
Yeah, we've had a lot of deeply disturbing things happen in the book.
Fair.
that's true.
So when it ate that thing, I'm like, this ain't over. It ain't over till the bell rings.
Now that damn music is in my head. It's like, Sephiroth. It's just gonna, it's not gonna go away.
Gerbil comes out with a giant fucking sword. He's like, yeah, now for stage 2 of the boss fight.
This isn't even my final form. Speaking of Dragon Ball,
Mm-hmm.
Final form my ass.
That's the villain that they need is a gerbil.
Maybe it's a gerbil.
I mean, what's his name? Who's the little king guy from Dragon Ball, the original? He's practically a gerbil.
Oh,
King
Pilaf?
Kai?
Yeah, Pilaf. Thank you.
Oh.
Emperor Pilaf. Sorry, not king.
Staring into the sun.
But yes, it's the poor one-eyed dingo, the first one they made friends with, the one that ate Ralph, is suddenly starts to whine, and its head explodes, and here comes Ralph.
Poor little dingo.
For a second, when he ate the thing, I thought he was actually going to become our pet. For just a second, I was just like, "Oh, good job." Wait a minute, you're dead. I'm on to this author now, and it's just like, oh, that was it. It's not going to be that. It's never that simple, and then it's going to be something awful and hilarious. And yeah, the fucking head exploding. That was just, I was like, I saw it coming. Didn't want it to happen though.
And then Donut reveals her thing where she's like, "Carl, it's a small rodent, and your feet are all nice and shiny. As Miss Beatrice used to say, time to pay the daddy tax." And,
I like that he was like, when did she say that?
Yeah, under what circumstances would she say that? And then the thing comes at him. The poor dog's head explodes. The gerbil flies at him, and we don't get any indication if it had lost health or not. But it says he Mike Tyson'd it, and it hits the floor with stunned over its head. And he's like, oh, okay, fine. And so he squishes it with his bare foot. And Donut's like, I mean, if it makes you feel better, she was talking about you. You're the daddy. He's like, no, Donut, that does not make me feel better.
It doesn't help. Not in this moment.
Honestly, when I read this book the first time, I had no idea what the hell that was about.
Oh.
So I had to go and look these things up and figure out what the hell they're talking about here. Fun.
Well, like Mike Tyson? Because that one confuses me.
That I understood, yes.
Because I was like, Mike Tyson isn't known for kicking gerbils, is he?
I know, right? Like biting ears off, maybe.
Well, he punched it. Like
He
Mike
punched
Tyson.
it, yeah. He Mike Tyson'd it across the room. He punched it. Mike Tyson like punch out style from the video game, like where you just
He
fly
did punch it
against
out,
the ropes. Yeah.
And I love
we're all millennials here. Like I knew what he was talking about with that.
The chapter ends with him being like, sorry, Ralph, as he squishes him.
It's like stepping on a pizza roll.
Well,
Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
the really juicy one.
Oh.
Yep.
I don't want to step on a pizza roll. And the next chapter starts with the dungeon groaned. It fucking groaned. And he's trying to wipe the gore off of his foot and it won't come off. And the whole dungeon, like,
He's got a perfect 10 on
rumbles.
wiki feet in the dungeon.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, it's all just, the dungeon is getting off on this way too much, but you got to do what you got to do. You have to pay the daddy tax, as Carl said and Donut said. But the upshot is, we come out of this after they loot the bodies with a key that will open, unless you're a kobold, it will open exactly one of the cages in the next room. And the next room is, they get an achievement. It's a prize room. You'll find these in some of the scattered throughout the dungeons. Reward rooms offer crawlers items generally not available within loot boxes. Most only allow you one choice. And also, this is a pet room. So it's a reward room and a pet room. You get to pick a pet as your reward. From caterpillars who secrete vodka to basilisks who can turn mobs to stone, a good pet can make the difference. What are these caterpillars? Like, that sounds interesting. Just remember what happened to Harambe.
I really would have loved to have a Butterfree. That would have been nice.
And Donut wants the pet. She's like, I get to pick. Gimme. And he wants to argue, but at the same time, he's like, probably in taming a pet, charisma or strength will come into play, and she has more of both of those things. So, and we get a look at a few of the kinds of pets you can get. There's a riven wing, which looks like a parrot with a long beak. There's a tummy acre, which looks like a meatball with 2 legs and a mohawk. So
I would have loved the tummy acre. Oh,
thinking Meatwad from Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
but with legs.
Yeah, that would be fun. There's a brindle grub, so could evolve into one of those brindle Vespas.
You could have talked like Jeff Goldblum for all we knew. We'll never know now.
Thanks, Carl.
Yeah.
But Donut only has eyes for the chicken dinosaur with pink feathers in the last cage. It is called
Mongo.
Yeah, it is called Mongoliensis, which Carl has no idea what that means. I know I am familiar with Mongoliensis. I don't know about anybody else.
Nope.
I won't say
Nope.
that I had any idea what that meant. I just was imagining hey. I don't know why. Again, I have 6-year-olds.
Oh, from Moana? Yeah.
Yep.
That's basically what he is.
Yep.
There's like I know raptors from certain areas of the world. There's like a specific Mongoliensis type because found in Mongolia or whatever.
We don't all
So-
have your random knowledge. This is why you answer the history and science question.
So are gerbils.
Gerbils? Really? Okay.
Yeah, let me check. I think so. Yeah, that's literally the first thing when you type in gerbils in Google is
Mongolian gerbil. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, well, because it mentions that in here, doesn't it? It's like they came over and caused the plague or whatever from the Asia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably a reference having the Velociraptor and the gerbil together.
Oh, I hadn't even thought about that. That's
that we
funny.
hadn't even tried together. That's pretty cool.
But Mongo here, or she says, if it's a boy, I want to call it Mongo. If it's a girl, I'm going to call it Sissy. And we can dress her up in a pretty dress. But the problem is that this potential pet, is a red dot. It is aggressive towards them. And while they're thinking it over, they get a warning. The cages will permanently close in 30 seconds. Translation, hurry the hell up. So they don't get long to think about this. And they go for it. The Mongoliensis, male Mongoliensis level 1. Donut says, we'll get you a nice bow tie. And then it immediately bites her on the nose, which is apparently a recurring theme with this little guy. Not only that, but when
I do love every time it happened. I laughed every fucking time. I hope that never stops.
When we get the description, it says they're stubborn and hot-headed, and they are not ever actually tamed. The best you can hope for is mutual respect. Even then, they still might try to eat you if the fancy strikes them. So, oh, good. And then the description includes a random things like the chances of getting them to level 15 alive is about as likely as a cheerleader from West Virginia reaching her 18th birthday as a virgin. I'm like, okay, West Virginia catching strays. All right.
Rude.
I laughed a bit at that. I'm not gonna lie.
And he's like, man, I knew we should have taken the grub. And she's like, you can't put a bow tie in a grub, Carl.
Yes, you could. Anything with a neck.
I think you totally could.
And a grub has a long body. The whole thing's a neck.
And then when it becomes a Vespa hornet, you can put a bow tie. A hornet with a bow tie? Oh, come on. The fan art alone.
What's the caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland? Absalom or whatever? No, that's not his name. Starts with an A.
It's just the caterpillar.
I believe he's
he has a name.
the caterpillar.
But he wears a bow tie. I think that's the point. Doesn't he wear a bow tie? It's like same kind of set.
He has a hookah.
Yeah, he's a high.
Maybe that's
He's a high
Jacques
caterpillar.
from Bug's Life. Are we thinking?
According to
about that
Maybe
Wikipedia,
that's him
he is
thinking
just called the caterpillar, also known as hookah smoking caterpillar.
Okay.
Oh,
Maybe
but
in the book
in the Tim Burton version, he is named Absalom and played by Alan Rickman.
Okay.
Oh.
I was there somewhere.
It's been
Just
a long time.
lying
since I
to
saw that.
everyone. Creating new lore for no reason.
Sounds like a Tim Burton thing.
Also
Explains
appears
Batman.
in the show Once Upon a Time in Wonderland, where he's voiced by Iggy Pop. So there you go.
Random.
Right?
Oh, was that a spinoff of Once Upon a Time?
Once Upon a Time, yeah. It went for like a
they did a
season.
Wonderland spinoff? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, they in the show they went to Wonderland a couple times, and then it got its own spinoff that lasted a little bit, but it wasn't good.
Yeah. The best thing about Wonderland was Winter Soldier. Sebastian Stan was the Mad Hatter. He was pretty good in that.
Oh yeah. He
Yeah.
was. I remember that. So basically, we immediately hear they spend most of the rest of the floor trying to get Mongo to bond to Donut. But apparently the audience is loving it. Combined with the Maestro sex tape stuff, between that and Donut getting chomped on the nose repeatedly, their views just keep going up and up and up. Zev is very happy.
I was really happy because we were coming up to the end of the book, and I was just like, "Oh, so this is gonna be like the wacky shenanigans that we got to look forward to! Yay!" Apparently, I was the minority in that opinion.
I'm there with you. I like wacky pet shenanigans.
Tim, we gotta do something about the gain on your mic. I hate that no one is hearing how much you've been laughing through this entire episode.
Wait, he's
Pretty
laughing.
sure it's intentional.
He has been laughing so much, and I only hear it on my end because the mic has this thing where it automatically drops the gain every time there's a loud noise, and like he's been laughing so fucking much.
That's good. I'm glad the audience will know that I am not here laughing the entire time as people are talking.
Oh, he's
The
just
audience is
laugh.
just like, man, Tim is so serious. He really hated this.
He's that mad. He's just like, I'm not enjoying anything.
It's like I'm gonna stay quiet for all this shit.
Also, Zev is like, Carl, please stop training with the slingshot. Nobody likes it. It's so boring.
That made me laugh too because I was just like, man, the slingshot, is that ever going to be a thing? And then it's like, even the people at home are like, it's not a thing, Carl. Stop trying to make slingshots a thing.
Nobody likes slingshots. They're just for toddlers with rock fetishes.
But he totally notes that he can hit a hornet with it and knock it to the ground, and then Donut can kill it, this is really effective at stopping the hornets from being a danger. So And they go talk to Mordecai, who's like, I'm not allowed to tell you about the bonding process. Not much about it anyway. The rules are weird around taming pets.
I really wanted Carl in that moment to point out something really shitty about the tutorial shit when it comes to like Mordecai and all the other trainers. It's like, I'm sorry, but I can't give you information about a thing until after you have learned the thing. And I'm like, well, that doesn't
Right?
really fucking help me, does it?
No, but it's convenient for a writer. I mean, no, it's all good.
Hey,
I don't have to make up
Toriyama
the
was
rules
like
now.
that too with Dragon Ball and shit. He's just like, why isn't it permanent? Oh, because you're not a Kai, so the fusion isn't permanent. And I'm like, oh,
Look,
that's why.
Look. Am I saying Toriyama was a good writer either?
Ooh,
I can enjoy stuff that's not particularly well written.
okay,
It's
all
true.
right,
I
fair,
enjoy things
fair.
all the time that aren't particularly well written.
Same.
Also, Carl gets another potion of determined value, which he's like, why do I keep getting these? There must be
Yeah,
a
what
reason.
the fuck is that about? Holy fuck.
And I love that while they're in the middle of this conversation with Mordecai, they get too close to the cage, they stuffed Mongo in, and he tries to bite Carl, and he vanishes. And they're like, damn it, fucking pet.
That cracked me up, I will say.
We get told that they're going to have to, as soon as they go down the stairs, they're going to find themselves back in the training room, this very room, and they're going to have to choose their race first, and then their class. And what classes are available will depend on what race they choose. And there will be special Earth-specific classes, and you'll get some sort of bonus or incentive to pick one of those classes.
Yeah, I'm like racking my brain what like Earth specific classes could
I
be.
know that was my thing when I read that. I was like,
Yeah.
what does that even mean?
But there are standard, just like fighter, mage, rogue, bard, all that sort of stuff. And a lot of the other classes, I will say, just kind of build off of those. Like some Earth-specific classes will be just like
Florida man.
a version of a bard class that's themed to some Earth thing. So
Mm,
a lot
Crocodile
of them will
Dundee.
build out of classes you already know.
you can be the Dundee.
Indiana Jones class. Magnum PI class. Dude, I can come up so many of these.
Yeah, I'm about to say Tim will go on all day for
Yeah,
that.
Earth specific classes. They're just subclasses that you give a stupid name.
Yeah.
Old Wild West Gunslinger.
I mean, that could be fun.
That could be
Yeah,
fun.
that could be fun.
I don't think that fits Carl very well, but still.
No. He's a foot Shaolin monk.
Yeah, I mean, basically, right? But we find out that Mordecai, he chose Changeling as a race. I think we already knew that. But he chose Arcanist as his class, which let him do several magic schools. And some classes let you specialize further at the 6th floor, and that's when he chose Fire. So he was a Changeling Fire Mage Arcanist.
That's a lot of words.
I know, right? And his brother ended up as a Storm Commander, Skyfowl, which Odette talked Mordecai out of and his brother into. So, and then he's like, okay, so
You
let's
will
get
never
into.
forget her for it.
He says that I want to let's save talking about the 3rd floor for when we actually get there because it'll be easier to explain. And that's when Mongo tries to bite Carl and disappears, and they have to run off and find him. And I love that when they find him, Carl's like, it looks like he's been crying. Like this little dinosaur is like in a corner squawking and crying. And Donut's like, it's okay, mommy's here. And then he rushes up and chomps her on the nose. It is funny every time, I have to agree.
That one was really funny.
Just Donut just being really, really nice for a moment and then instantly getting a little bit of comeuppance. Because she was a huge bitch early on to Carl. So that was actually a little cathartic for me.
They spend all day fighting and trying to get Mongo bonded to Donut. And eventually Carl takes a hint from the recap show where one of the guys is talking about this pet that they've chosen and mentions that it is a pack hunter. And Carl's like, oh, wait. Okay, maybe we have to, like, get it involved in the hunting. And Donut actually has to take and show the little dinosaur, here's how you kill these grubs. You got to flip it over and use your claw to unzip the belly and let all the goo come out.
Yes.
Which it's kind of hardcore, but
Oh.
Just love this little funny montage of them just like being this little family, and it's like we got to teach the baby how to eat. Oh, it threw it up all the grub. Oh, it's eating the grub throw up. Okay,
and then it jumps on top of the
okay.
remains and pees.
Yep, as you do,
As
because
you
you have a drunk toddler. That's gonna happen.
Oh my gosh. But the real success comes when they let him participate in the fight with them and they act kind of as a group. And finally the dot turns from red to white and we can go back and get some advice from Mordecai on how to finish the bonding process.
Oh, because he's gonna be so helpful.
I know.
He's really
now that
not,
we've
right?
done it,
Like, you
how
should
did we
control
do
of
it?
that thing.
Well, and he explains so we get some information. There's a difference between pet mobs that you enter the dungeon with, like Lucia Mar has 2 dogs that she came in with, and dungeon pets, which you can usually only have one of. We also find out there's a lady who came in with like 15 goats, and they're all still alive.
Why? She out herding?
You know,
Right?
before this book pissed me off with its ending, I actually was like, that's my new favorite character. And then I completely forgot that character. See, this is why you can't have a rock in the last bit of your cake.
You forget all that delicious cake.
Yes.
I mean,
Just
goats are fucking
painful
mean too,
rock.
so I'm sure they're very useful.
Maybe.
I mean, goats are mean. Also, they're great escape artists.
Also, we find out that unless they actually get him bonded before the floor ends, he cannot go with them, so that's not good. And you have to teach him restraint or he is going to die because like this guy will not, he sees a bad guy, he goes for bad guy. Like nothing else. And then he tries to attack Mordecai's leg and disappears again. And they have to go find him again and it's a whole thing. But they act like, I'm surprised Donut apparently puts in some very patient work teaching him commands. Like they get him where he can attack on command, where he'll wait and not attack. Eventually, when he gets in trouble and Donut has to come in and save him, that's when the bonding finishes and his dot turns from white to orange. He can be officially named. His title changes to Royal Steed.
I see a lot of fan art in the future.
Right.
Oh, definitely.
And yeah, so we kind of skip to right before they go down. Now that they've tamed him, they do some more leveling, but just before it's time to go downstairs, they're sitting around waiting at the stairwell, essentially. And Carl is thinking about like how fucked up this place is, all these people watching and cheering at home. You're not gonna break me. Fuck you all. You're not gonna break me. And that's when
wisdom. That's the wisdom for the episode.
Fuck you all? Okay. Yeah.
Fuck you all, you will not break me.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
He finally gets around to playing with his new assessing value ability, which included a history tab. And that's when he discovers that at some point he owned 3 extremely valuable devices built by the Valte Corporation. A communication device, a personal shield, and a pulse pistol. And he's like, what the hell? I don't remember having any of this. And then he figures it out. In a very weird coincidence, Agatha shows up and is going to head down the stairs right when he figures out, I took her shopping cart into my inventory. That's what this history is. She has these things in her shopping cart.
Dude, Tim called that like 3-4 episodes ago. I think he called it
Yep.
the
Totally
moment that cart went into her inventory. That's amazing. Like as soon as I read that, I was like, "Oh my god, that was a thing."
You know it's crazy. I think we're the ones that determined that they're watchers or some shit. I don't know if that was in the book or if it was us talking about it.
I think
But
no, it was in the book. I think.
Was it in the book? Okay. 'Cause
What
I was
you
like,
said is that they were like people who were sent in to spoil shit, like to
Yeah.
actually ruin the game. And now I'm convinced that you're right about that too.
because like reading all this, I was like, didn't we already know all this? Did we invent that? Did we read that? Because I was like, it was so not a surprise to me that I was like, wait, did we just talk about it a lot? And I thought that was already canon.
You guys definitely theorize, like Carl now theorizes from the beginning that Agatha might have been the cause of the fire that ended up with all those people, all the old people outside the retirement home or whatever.
Yeah, definitely.
We still don't know if that's true, but we know that Carl comes up with that same theory here, when he realizes that there's more to her than there seems to be. And he's like, "Hey, I want to talk about your shopping cart." And she gives him a look like, "No, don't say anything else." He's like, "I can fix the wheel. It's squeaking. They can hear you coming." And she's like, "Whatever. You worry about you, I worry about me." And she goes downstairs. And then Zev pops in like, "Hey, are you guys okay? The feed cut out for a couple of minutes. Is everything all right?" And so apparently, because we saw in the boss fight how Agatha got cut out of the recap afterwards, and that seemed a little strange. And now apparently their feed just goes down when she shows up. And he thinks, "What sort of bullshit is this?"
I love that Agatha has like this weird like field around her. Like they were like it went weird for a second. It's like she's not editing her like they're not editing her out of shit. Like they literally can't see her on feeds.
Yeah, it's weird. And then we get, I think, a little more information about past Carl, where he thinks a week and a half ago, I'd been planning on kidnapping a prize-winning cat and selling everything I owned in order to bribe my ex-girlfriend to keep her from suing me. And now I've got like all this shit to deal with. It's just too much. Okay,
Carl.
time to go down to the third floor. And Donut's like, "You think it'll be as exciting as the second floor?" And he goes, "God, I hope not." And then
Byproduct.
that's the end of the book. Would the book have been better if we ended right there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair. I do like that the header for the epilogue is a picture of Mongo. It's very cute.
I
I
do
don't
love
think-
the picture of Mongo. I even like took a picture of it just because I thought it was super fucking cute.
I somehow don't think is that in the Kindle? Did I just
Yeah.
not notice the picture? Okay, hold on.
In
Let's
the
go
Kindle
look at this
version,
pic-
it actually gets its own page after the end of the chapter and before the beginning of the epilogue. It's just
Oh.
a page with a picture of Mongo on it.
Then I probably just didn't get to it. I got pissed off and I stopped.
No, it's before the epilogue.
Agreed.
You
Yeah, no,
you
it was the
would've read
last. It was the last chapter header. That's
Oh,
what I
was it?
thought.
Okay.
I thought
Well,
so.
Why am
the-
I all of a sudden in like the middle of this? The page where we tout Facebook groups so they let us spam them about this book.
No, not that. It's go to epilogue.
I know. I just hadn't looked at the contents before now. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I just completely missed that. It's adorable.
Yeah, he's so cute.
Now I need a sweatshirt with that on it.
I do like the page, the section of the table of contents that's called the page where we tout Facebook groups so that they let us spam them about this book. That is fun. Also, I like the also by Matt Dinneman section. He wrote a book called Kaiju Battlefield Surgeon, which is a very cool title, I feel like. Is classified as horror lit RPG. I have heard him talk about it. I've never read that one, but apparently one of the questions they asked at the panel, the audiobook narrator was there, and one of the questions they asked him was, "What's the like most uncomfortable thing that you've ever had to narrate in one of these books?" And apparently he's like, I mean, there's been lots, but apparently it was Kaiju Battlefield Surgeon that had the most unpleasant and uncomfortable things that he's had to read.
Oh God.
So yeah, we're a lot worse than any of the Dungeon Crawl Carl books. So I can't even imagine. But we cut for the epilogue, we go to Odette's show, although it's after the show. We get a couple of notes about what happened during the show, but present time is after the show, where she's like, "You know that thing's gonna get you killed, right?" Talking about Mongo as he's running around the studio.
God, I love Mongo. I want to just like have them do a cutaway where he's literally chewing the scenery.
I love that they produced a bow tie to put on him, and it didn't last long, but they were ready.
Don't worry, they'll get it on him.
Also, there's magical pet carriers in the dungeon that are basically like Pokeballs.
Pokeballs.
And Carl's like, "We're getting one of those, damn it."
Correct spelling too. Pokeballs is 2 words, not 1. Just a stupid little bit of trivia.
I don't think I knew that.
Yeah.
It means John Digimon knows his shit. He knows
An
the
easy
names
way
of
to
things.
remember, because everyone always, like, especially online, puts it as 1 word. They're called Great Balls and Ultra Balls and Master Ball. Those are all 2 words. So is Pokeball.
Oh,
Yep.
I
Don't
might
like this-
remember that. Now
don't
that
like
you've
this
given me an
ending.
easy way to remember.
Right?
The lottery Powerball, that is 1 word.
Okay.
Let's see.
Would have been more interesting if we won the Powerball.
I like also we find out that they on the show they showed Carl and Donut a shortened version of the Pork Boy Snick, where the mysterious creator of the video had been very generous with my proportions, and I also love that Carl has the same theory we had last time, that maybe the AI is behind the video somehow, but he won't say it out loud.
Which means confirmation. I was right.
And Odette tells him, like, oh, by the way, you probably didn't know, Deathwatch Extreme Dungeon Mayhem announced it was going on hiatus while the show restructured.
Which I think I called.
A spokesperson
show would end.
A spokesperson for the royal family has requested people please stop referring to the prince as Carl's naughty little piggy. And I love that she turns around, she's like, I just want to personally assure the king that I would never call Prince Maestro Carl's naughty little piggy or pork boy, and I want to encourage my audience to never do that either.
While encouraging them to say exactly that.
Yes,
oh yeah, in 100 years it's going to be called the pork boy effect. Just like we have the Streisand effect.
And
all I thought about was the SNL sketch where they're having to get the spelling bee person to say little pig boy. And he's like, can you use it in a sentence? Yeah. Little pig boy comes from the dirt.
I don't think I've ever seen this sketch.
That's
What's
a good
that?
one.
I don't think I've seen that.
Oh, it's hilarious.
She has
Everyone
to ask
playing at home. Google it now.
Google little pig boy. I'm sure nothing bad will happen. She has to ask Carl on air. So to be clear, it's not real? He's like, if I was going to turn gay, it wouldn't be for that guy, okay?
Well, like, when would this have happened? Like,
right? How does
isn't he,
when
like,
would he have the
constantly
time?
monitored?
The fact that there's no shot of his feet, that's what tells you that it's not AI.
It just tells you the AI is smart enough to not tell that it's itself.
Right.
It was somebody else.
The AI is like Layfield that just can't draw the feet.
The
AI
hard.
The AI thinks it can't properly capture the beauty of the feet.
Probably,
so
yeah.
it's just always off frame.
And
also, if you Google little pig boy, it is the first hit for the spelling bee SNL.
Awesome. Okay.
It's a great sketch.
Odette says that they should have picked the tummy acre. They're very friendly and easy to work with, and people love them. Once fully grown, one of the best melee tanks in the game.
God damn it, they really fumbled that. I really wanted the tummy acre.
And I love they're like, so Carl, you're about to get to the 3rd floor. Do you know what you're going to do? And he's like, how would I have any fucking idea what I'm going to do? You people won't tell me anything. And the audience just laughs like, it's funny because it's true. Odette says, choose something with a Pathfinder skill or some sort of advanced mapping ability because finding stairways is going to be super important on lower floors. He also asks her about the Valte Corporation, and she says that they currently have an entire fleet parked outside the Borant system ready to collect on a debt. They would have initiated full-scale collection if the Kuatine hadn't stopped them by starting the season early.
Damn mud skippers.
And he says, are they human? And she says, not usually. They're a parasitic life form. They do utilize human bodies, but their homeworld is aquatic, and they prefer water-based hosts.
All I thought of was the parasites from the Stargate show.
Oh, the Goa'uld.
Yeah, Goa'uld. Everyone says it different.
They're going to do next season of Dungeon Crawler World, but theirs is more tech-based. Not goblins and trolls, death machines, and pulse rifles. I don't know if that's better or worse, quite honestly.
Sounds terrifying and awesome.
Eh.
Sign me up.
It's like Doom. And Odette's like, yeah, you're going to have to teach Mongo not to chomp donut before you level him up, because they're cute now, but it's not going to be so adorable when he gets fully grown.
God, when you said it was like Doom, I just imagined the Doom guy, but he has like the full Praetor armor, but just the feet are exposed.
His feet are exposed.
Jesus.
He has to stomp on some demons with his bare feet, yeah.
Smush and smash until it's done.
And Odette is surprised that Carl doesn't know who is. She's like, but yeah, they always put these on human-seeded worlds before the humans evolve.
Kids love them.
And so she has to, it's like, yeah, you guys call them velociraptors. And she's like, and Carl's just like, oh, crap.
I mean, it'll be very useful if you can control it.
Yeah.
When they initially got Mongo too, with the description of how it looks like a plucked chicken with just a couple of, he said it was like a raw chicken with a couple of feathers stuck to it. I wanted them to call him Nugget so bad. I'd be like, he's Chicken Nugget. He's family.
I hate that. I love it.
We get to the last paragraph, the one that people are so upset about. Odette has one final piece of advice. Not even sure if I should say this or not, but there's something specific you can look for during class selection. Usually only crawlers with high charisma. The problem is, if you pick it, it's going to make someone very angry. And that is the end of the book.
Which obviously means we're going to pick it. I just don't know what it is.
Well, who is it going to make angry?
We like making people angry.
Well, I mean, Donut has a whole lot of fans in this universe, so what would make the only thing that would make them angry is anything that like changed her race, though, right? Not her class.
She's going to change into a Cocker Spaniel.
Never.
But she'll
Not my
never change
girl.
that.
She'll
gonna
never
happen.
change race.
Neither one of them will.
She said it was a class thing, is what
Oh,
Odette
okay.
said.
It was a class. Okay. So what would a class that would piss off her fans, though? Because that's the only people I would think that would piss off. She's real big about that.
Let's move into predictions. If you guys have any thoughts about who it might piss off or how, then we can include that in the predictions. What do you guys think? Not where's this book going, because this book is over now. What kind of stuff happens next? What does floor 3 look like? What kind of racing class do they choose? Whatever you guys want to predict. What do you think is going to happen?
Floor 3 is war. I'm keeping to that guess. And it's just going to be this massive war that's on the, what was it, 3rd, 9th, 3rd,
Every
6th,
3
9th?
floors is related.
Yeah.
So 3, 6,
Yeah.
9, 12, 15.
All right, yeah. That's a war. It's some kind of big blood war. And I'm going to stick to that. As for what could piss people off, religion pisses people off. So, cleric.
Okay.
If you pick a cleric class, that'll piss off somebody.
That's a good point.
Do you think you have to, I mean, because like clerics have to generally get their powers from a god or something.
Yes.
You have to pick a god?
Yes.
Okay.
And
In this
that would
universe, the
piss
gods
off people.
are rich people.
Or corporations. So you're like, your god is Walmart. By the power of Bezos. You know, that kind of shit. That's about all I got.
I mean,
I'm kind of too pissed to be creative.
can't top by the power of Bezos.
Wow.
So fair, all right.
I mean, come on. What was that book? Brave New World, with Ford is like the god of that, where everyone does like, oh my Ford or whatever. I haven't read that book since high school, but like it's a thing. If you watch Power of Bezos,
I do
final
remember back.
answer.
I do remember back in the day when you were kind of down on the first Thor movie, making their magic just technology, and you were like, when we get to the Doctor Strange movie, is he going to be like, by the quantum bands of Einstein?
Yeah, and they fucking they did. They gave him a ring, so he's Green Lantern.
He has a sling
little
ring.
bit.
I mean,
He has a sling ring. I mean, a
Yep.
little bit. A little.
Yep.
Green
bit.
Lantern can't do that.
They did bring it back a little bit more of the magic aspect of the universe. Though.
Eventually.
They went away from the it's just technology we don't understand yet. Which I
mean, a lot of stuff in that Doctor Strange movie was pretty. I don't know if it was mystical as much as an acid trip, but like it was weird.
You don't like acid?
I have no opinion one way or the other.
Legally, we have to say.
Kids, don't do drugs.
But if you do,
Drug bad.
do them with me.
Where do you get yours? No, but seriously, if you're gonna do drugs, do it with your parents, where you're safe.
Yeah, cool parents where they're like, I don't care if you drink, just do it at my place.
And that's why mom's homeless.
No, seriously. High schoolers think those are the coolest fucking parents.
I don't have opinions on this either. All right.
Give it about 12 years.
Data's like, stay away from my drugs.
These are my
kids.
drugs.
Stay
Those
away
are
from
your
parents
drugs.
that say they're cool parents.
Yeah, go for the cool brothers that are over 21. One of those.
That buy you beer.
No, that just reveals some very deep and disturbing history there, but we're gonna skirt right past that. Jennifer, predictions.
I don't think that either one of them are going to change their race. I'll throw that out.
Okay.
Because Donut has already been very clear. She will not ever not be a cat. I don't know, with the foot fetish and everything, unless we can be Bigfoot or something. I don't see Carl changing either.
Do you think Carl would turn into Bigfoot?
I mean, maybe not willingly, but with the right coercion, as this will really help you, he might be convinced. But no, I
What if that was the rest of the series? He changed into a Bigfoot, and he still has the like heart boxers on, and
oh, that would be funny. I can picture that. That would be great. As for class, I don't even know, man. Oh, I feel like Donut should do something Healy or magical, but I have no real thoughts. Maybe she'd just be a mage of some variety, but no idea for Carl. I mean, a tank or something like that would be good, but I don't know where exactly that would fall or where I want that to fall. So,
Mm.
sure, what I think he's going to go with.
So you're thinking Donut more mage-ish, like magic, stand back and throw spells at things.
Because she's not great at the up close, and she's already kind of leaning towards that with her magic missiles a little. So I think that would probably be a better fit for her, but I just don't know with Carl. He's kind of, I mean, foot fetish specialty isn't really fitting in anywhere specific.
He could be dominatrix, or
Do we have that as a class option? There we go.
Why not? There's probably a million class options.
He's gray. He's got a red room of pain somewhere. Sorry.
I never having read those books. When you said he's gray, my first thought was like, is his hair going gray? What does that have to do with anything?
No Christian Grey.
This is my pleasure room, and you open it up, it just has a bunch of Batman memorabilia.
That'd be good.
What's more pleasurable?
Yeah.
Shit that makes guys go, oh hell yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
Okay. Interesting predictions. We'll see.
There is still overlap, isn't there, between Carl and Donut? Because Donut's like just a glass cannon, and Carl's not a glass cannon, but he is still like a DPS guy. So yeah, they need a tank.
Yeah.
Which they could have used the tummy acher. She said it's one of the best tanks in the game.
If they'd known that.
Instead, they got another DPS because it's a Velociraptor.
Velociraptor is almost certainly DPS, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
although
Carl's
it being
like,
called a steed means it's also going to be something that Donut rides. So that'll be fun too.
Which is hilarious to imagine. I'm just saying.
She's got it riding on her back during the interview, which is funny.
Correct.
Yeah, but he's going to get bigger.
Yeah.
That's going to reverse.
I was trying, like, Carl has accelerated healing from one of his items or whatever, so that makes him a little more tanky than, but he does seem more DPS, doesn't he?
Yeah.
It reminds me of trying to solo World of Warcraft, where it was like, I'm going to be a paladin. That's like the easy button where you can do a little bit of everything. And
I was always a paladin. Don't make fun of paladins.
I would run Death Knights when the Lich King thing came out.
That's what I played longest, was paladin. Although the first time I played, my computer wouldn't run that sort of game very well. And so I came up with a strategy from City of Villains. When I played City of Villains, like, my computer wasn't fast enough to let me interact with, like, the bad guys or anything. They kept killing me because I couldn't react to what they were doing. So I became a mastermind villain who has minions to do the fighting for you. So I could stand back and be like, okay, minions, you go do that. And then the minions aren't dependent on my computer's ability to communicate and stuff to fight whatever they're fighting. So I did the same thing in World of Warcraft when I first played, which I don't remember. What is it? Is it Warlock that summons something to fight for you? I think so. That's what I played there.
Like summonable mobs. Yeah. No, I got you.
Mike, predictions.
Either one or both of them, I think, is going to go changeling.
Oh, interesting.
So that they have the option to change into a different race later. But that will come with pluses and minuses, like pros and cons to being a changeling. And a funny thing would be is that you don't have full control into what you change into, and it's very limited, and you always revert back to your original form, something like that. So it would be like a spell or like a cast of some sort.
Okay.
And it's either and if I had to pick if one was going to do it, probably Donut. Most likely Donut, just to have the option of it, because it could be mana based to do the change for a changeling. Because I don't know, but that's like the only other thing. Because I would assume that these characters would stay kind of static looking for most of the series, since like it feels like a lot of the fan art is based off of like what they look like, and I feel like their looks have kind of solidified. So I don't think that they would change races. So I think if they did change into a race, it would be changeling, because then that would be good for gags, and these books seem to be built on gags. So that would be my prediction for a race. As for class, um, I did think of some funny Earth based classes. One that I thought of was inline skater. Is like
Okay.
you're super fast, but people are gonna wonder about you, and they're gonna make a lot of jokes. Be sure to wear those shorts, but because like it's very this shit is very 90s kid coded, so I feel like there would be a lot of shit like that. Like there may be one where it's like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle type class or something,
I would love that.
where you're the master of weapons, and you can only be healed by pizza now, or something. I don't know, something
That would
like
be
that.
fun.
Because I would imagine that each class would come with a bunch of pros and cons, just like the races. So, but the reason that goes back to why I think that the one of them is going to pick changeling is because racial benefits. Imagine going into a fight and you're kind of like a Swiss Army knife, and it's like, oh, I'll just change into something that's strong against what we're going to fight against, and then that just turns into a clusterfuck because they can never change exactly into the thing that they want to, because there's such low level in that class or that race that they're learning. So that would be a fun thing. I don't know what class they're going to pick. I imagine kind of like these guys did, that they're going to pick very standard ones, like maybe warrior and mage, or
Yeah.
like a warlock or something. Or there'll be a class that is really in line with like, maybe they'll do a like a subversion, and because Donut is so fucking strong and nimble, maybe she'll pick up a brawler class, and her physical attacks will be like crazy fast and awesome, and she'll be like this little this little lightning fast like Pokemon, just like zipping around the battlefield, just slicing things in two and shit. Like, I don't know. That would be fun. I would imagine if she took a brawler class like that, or a hand-to-hand combat one, she would piss off a lot of her fans. So I think that would be a thing that would piss people off. But other than that, maybe a magic-based one. But it would be really funny if she was going heavy into mage for this first book, and then the next one she was just like, Carl, after cutting up all those grubs, I have a thirst for blood. So that'd be fun if she was this little princess that was just tearing apart monsters and slicing fools in half. Like, it'd be fun. So
A thirst for blood, like she changes her race to vampire, and
or something like that. Yeah,
that would be dramatic.
Or like a berserker class or something. Or the more damage they take, the more damage they do. Something hyper aggressive for her would be really funny, and that would be a bit of a subversion. So that'd be fun.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that could definitely be interesting and unexpected. Yeah.
As for what I think the next book is going to be, I have no way of. I know that everything's different now. That's what everyone keeps saying in the book, is that once you get to the point where you pick your class and race, and your points get allocated, like, the game becomes real different, and then it just buckle up. And I'm like, I have no idea. But Tim had a good idea with it's just all out war down there. An interesting thing is that if we start getting like arena style fights where there's multiple crawlers versus multiple bosses, like, that would be fun, because we haven't really gotten like a Coliseum type thing just yet. So who knows? Like, of course, everything I'm saying is like Tournament of Power from fucking Dragon Ball. So it all comes back to Dragon Ball apparently in this episode. So there you go.
Full circle, like the bagel. Got it.
Like the bagel.
All right. Kind of
I
interesting
have-
possibility, yeah.
I have another prediction. Listening to
Okay.
Mike, it just clicked in.
Okay.
It clicked
go ahead.
in.
Do it.
Because he was
Click ahead.
talking about how it all has to come back to a joke, and I'm like, that's right, this stupid not cliffhanger. It's going to just be a joke. It's going to peter out. The class that they don't want you to pick because it'll piss someone off, fisherman.
Huh.
The Mud Skippers.
I was like looking for the punchline there. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Don't do a fisherman role. You're not an angler. That's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be so fucking disappointing. Although
I can
Data
imagine
not
what the angler
immediately.
class would be like. That.
I mean, just hooks and nets.
I mean, a net and a trident. That's a good gladiator type
And those
style.
wraparound sunglasses. You know, a lot of fishermen wear those too.
Goatee. Even the cat would just grow a goatee.
Also, you never need to worry about what your profile picture is going to be. It's always going to be you holding a fish that's not obviously photoshopped. So
Somehow a Ford truck just materializes behind you in every photo.
somehow.
You have to tell stories about the one that got away constantly. Yeah. All right. Let's do some overall thoughts. Now that the book is done, what are your overall thoughts on the first book in the Dungeon Crawler Carl series?
Timmy.
I think overall it's a fun little book. I do not regret reading it, even though I don't care for the ending. I think we hurt ourselves by how we read it, but I enjoyed it. It was fun. I'm ready for the next book. Like I'm ready for the next book. Like that is not saying that the cliffhanger worked, because it didn't. my enjoyment was significantly harmed by that, and yeah, I'm not getting paid for this, so don't do it again, or I may stop.
You heard it here, Matt Dinneman. You can pay Tim, and he will read your books.
I will.
As will most people.
Exactly.
Okay, fair enough. Jennifer, what do you think?
Is this a great work of art? No. But it is a lot of fun, and I don't always read for a great work of art, so that's okay. Definitely.
As evidenced by the 50 Shades of Grey reference.
I mean, that's a great work of art. What are you talking about? I'm just kidding. It is so not. But yeah, no, fun reading it. Definitely agree that the way we read it probably lessened some of the fun we would have had. I could easily see how somebody could sit there and just be laughing their butt off on one setting and just having the time of their life. I think the way we read it, as we kind of said, I think probably several times, made some of the flaws appear much larger than if you'd read it that way. So we can see a few more of the rougher spots with a harder eye than probably most people would have recognized. I know I complain sometimes, but I really did have fun with it. I think until the end. I mean, I am kind of pissed off about the end. It just seemed unnecessary to me, and I mean, it really doesn't make me want to go pick up the next one like right this moment. Am I going to? Yes, I will have fun with it. I mean, it wasn't a cliffhanger in any way that was like, hey, now I got to go run out and get book 2 so I can figure out what the heck they're talking about. But overall, it was fun. I think it felt very much like the first book, and to me, it felt like, when you're reading a first book, somebody has first written, you feel the roughness of it and the lack of depth and character development and plot development that you sometimes get in the later books. And I'm curious to see if we see some of that growth as we go through some of these books, and we get hopefully some better endings and kind of plot development that grows throughout those books. So kind of hoping, that's my prediction, we're going to see some better writing as we get through some of these next few books, and he kind of strengthens his writing game. And I'm sure we'll still have plenty of fun because it's been a riot so far. So yeah, that's my prediction.
I've definitely read a lot of first books like you described that are it's like, this is an interesting premise, there's potential here, but clearly this author is not on the top of them yet. And usually they do get, if they get enough interest that they publish a series, usually it's because they do grow in their ability to write story and characters and all that. Once again, Dresden Files is a good example of this. If anyone out there has not,
He
read
really
these.
loved Dresden Files, in case anybody doesn't know that.
Yeah, it's true.
He actually hates it. He gets paid.
Chill.
Mike,
what do you think overall?
50 Gray Shades. Living with a color blindness kink. No, never mind. It's a terrible joke.
It was.
Thank you. Thank you for recognizing it. Thank you for
Exactly.
telling me. Being
Exactly.
truthful. Exactly.
That's how a yes and.
I enjoyed it. I'm just saying.
Yep. No. What? Anyway, I would say I enjoyed the book. Is it my favorite book? No. That's not the point here though, is that I enjoyed reading it. I enjoyed the experience of it. I like the universe that he's setting up. It does feel very first booky in a lot of ways, in the fact that there is a lot of chuff at times that I don't know is just to get exposition out, or if he was just kind of filling time while he figured out what the story was about. But it really did feel like it was kind of really solidifying in the second half. And while I can't really account for the pacing because we did read it the way that we did, if I read it all in one go, I would probably have more to say about the pacing of the book. But I do want to see what happens next with Donut and Carl. And I think if that is the case, then that means that the book succeeded in getting me engaged and in getting me into this universe. Because I didn't know I would like a book like this. I have no interest in books like Ready Player One or other books that kind of do a simulated world kind of ideas and stuff. I don't know why that doesn't appeal to me. It's because I love movies and TV shows that deal with those kinds of things. Never really been interested in it in books. This actually got me in because I think it was the humor and some of the charm. There is a charm to these characters. And yeah, there is cringy humor. I'm kind of 60% made out of cringe humor if no one has noticed. So, and there were times, especially towards the end of the book, I was really starting to identify with Carl in a lot of ways, and that I was actually surprised about. He is the quintessential put upon main character of book, regular guy thrown into extraordinary situation, has to figure his way out. But just the fact that from the get-go he is like, oh fuck this shit, and towards the end of the first book he is even more like, no, seriously, fuck all of this, I'm not having fun, this is awful, why do I have to keep doing this, I hate that I have to keep doing this. And I really kind of love and identify with a main character like that. He has not found some sort of easy way to kind of enjoy or put it in his mind where he's like, this is my new reality and I just have to accept it, because that's what usually happens, like in these kinds of stories where they were like, well, I guess this is just my home now, and he's just like, no, no. And I love that we get towards the end of the book and he fucking just really solidifies in his own mind, doesn't say it out loud because he doesn't need to, because this is for him. You will not break me. Fuck you all. You will not break me. I love that, and I love Carl. So Carl is the thing that's keeping me here, and I can't wait to see what Carl does next, because story-wise, story is not really the strong suit of this. Plot is not the strong suit of it. There's a lot of in the background shit going on with the political stuff, which I'm just like, how much of this is going to be red herrings? How much of this is actually going to change between now and when they actually do big reveals of, oh, that meant this, so that wasn't important, but this is more important. And that happens in every story. There's going to be storylines that don't really go the places that you want. But what's important at the core of any fucking story is, are you interested in the mains, and do you find their plight compelling? And I do. I can't wait to see how Carl and Donut get out of the next bullshit situations they're thrown into. It's going to be fun.
Okay. Nice place to end on a positive. Like, your story's not great, your plot's whatever, the writing, but I like the characters and I want to know. Okay, I'm on board with this. We have a couple of emails that we saved from last week because they have reviews attached. So let's do those, and then we have one more bit of business before we wrap up. So this first email is from Gene. It says, "Greetings, humans." At least I think Tim is human. I'll just fucking call Tim out. Long-time listener, first-time caller. Thank you. This is my favorite Dungeon Crawler Carl podcast, hands down, or feet down, whichever the DGMJ AI prefers. I have only made it through 4 of the books at this point. I have a hard time sitting and reading, so the audiobook version is my preference. I've laughed out loud several times now while binge listening. Your chemistry is amazing, great conversations. I especially love the predictions section. I'm very excited to hear how this group tackles the next books. Arguably, book 1 is the worst of the bunch.
Hell yeah, glad to know.
Yes,
Yeah.
that makes me feel better. Thank you.
Oh, that's so good. Thank you so much. What was the name of the person that sent this?
Gene.
Gene, thank you so much, Gene.
You're the
You get a
best,
good
Gene.
achievement. I don't write them, but you get a good one.
I really hope Scott Summers saves you in the movie.
He says, I need to re-listen to the first episode again. There was a book, I think, that was referenced a few times. I cannot remember what it was. Something very internet related. Do you guys remember what this was?
It was
It
probably
was something I hadn't read. I think
Wait, what was the question? I didn't understand.
he
There was
says
something we said?
Yes, in the first episode of the podcast, there was something that got referenced repeatedly. I'm curious if you guys remember what it is.
Oh shit.
if
That
it
was like
wasn't
a
Ready
web-based
Player
something.
One,
It was not.
it
Ready Player
was solo leveling.
One. Yeah, solo leveling.
that was it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was an anime that we were
It was
talking
like,
about.
I hadn't
Sword,
I didn't
Sword
know
Art
what it was,
Online,
so.
I think, was the other one that you mentioned.
And
Yeah.
Sword Art Online. Yeah, those two were the ones that came up a bunch. And so one of those, I'm pretty sure, is what you're thinking about, Gene. He's like, I can't remember what it was. Something internet related, like a book or.
It is a web comic that became a anime. It is on
Yeah.
Crunchyroll.
So check
Watch
that
it
out
now.
if
I
you're interested.
do love me some Crunchyroll.
Crunchyroll,
It's-
if you were listening, we're here.
Yeah, we
Hi.
are not sponsored by Crunchyroll, but we could be. Call me.
Yes, we will take all sponsored money.
It could
Yes, we love you, Crunchyroll.
be. I could do a watch along to a show, whatever.
Anything.
dude, let's do it.
I
Do it,
gotta watch
Dragon
Fruits
Ball.
Baskets again. So
I do love
let's-
Fruits Basket. We could totally do that.
Gene says, I'll see myself out now. I will not be closing the door. It's winter. Let the mobs in. They're cold too. 5-star review on Podcast Addict attached for attention. Gene from Oregon. And I'll read Podcast Addict. He did attach a screenshot, and it does let you type actual words in your review. So I'll read the review that Gene left for us. The only review on Podcast Addict as of this time.
I didn't even know that was a site. I'm just,
Yeah, right.
I think it's an app. Or
oh,
something.
didn't know that either. So
It's like a podcast catcher, I guess is what they call it, where it's just an app that collates podcasts that you can. Anyway, it says, I've listened to 2 other DCC podcasts. Considering these are all read-along, the format content is similar. However, the chemistry of these participants is wild. While there may be the occasional inside joke, as a listener, you do not feel left out. Our host does an amazing, all caps, job allowing the new readers to come to their own conclusions. The predictions are my favorite part of each episode. New to podcasts or just new to Dungeon Crawler Carl, give DGMJ a shot. So that is the review that Gene left for us.
You wrote a really great review under an assumed name, Data.
good job.
Great job. Well, Gene, you have the good little piggy achievement. You know, no one asked you to write a review for us. Well, I guess technically Data asks you repeatedly every episode to write us a review, so I guess that's not true. You were asked many times, and you chose to do it in the last episode. You took your time. You wanted to feel it out. And that's what makes you a good little piggy. That'll do, pig. That'll do.
That'll do.
Not at all condescending.
Hey, what do you want?
Achievement unlocked. Gene, you're a good little piggy. Actually, that's kind of fucked up. Do you guys even want good reviews?
This is why the achievements are always so fun, because it literally is whatever Mike is thinking about off the top of his head. So thank you, Gene, for your email and your review. We have one other one. This one is from Karen. And Karen's email starts, new achievement. Hey, this looks interesting. Your podcast was chosen at random from all DCC podcasts and happened to be the one I was looking for. You managed to get in front of another Sanderlanche listener who needed another podcast to listen to. Reward 5-star review on Spotify. She says, "Hey, Data and crew, I'm glad to have found you. I knew Data was doing a DCC podcast, but could not remember the name of it. And I seriously picked a DCC podcast at random to start listening to and was pleasantly surprised to hear Data's voice. I knew that I was going to enjoy the show as he leads good discussions without spoiling the new readers. I'm still making my way through the books. I admire the commitments you guys have to the podcast as I could never put down the book on a cliffhanger. Looking forward to going through the books with you guys." From Karen, who did send us a screenshot of the 5-star Spotify review, which does not allow you to actually enter text on Spotify, but it is there.
Why you gotta be rude, Spotify?
I mean, they didn't used to have reviews at all. That they added in the last couple of years or something.
All right. Well, Karen, it has come down to this. You now have to fight yourself, but as a giant monster, and that is the Crookharen. You've come a long way. You've seen a lot of things. You've stepped on a lot of things. And somebody probably enjoyed it a little bit too much. But one thing that you don't enjoy is a monster that is fed by the tears of service workers everywhere, demanding to see their managers. But you killed that Crookharen because you are the gritty hero with no pants. Nothing will break you. Fuck everybody, because nothing will break you.
Bold.
You are the Crookharen Smasher.
Achievement unlocked. Karen, you are the Crookharen Smasher.
Nice. I like it. Thank you, Karen and Jean, for your emails and reviews. If anyone wants to send us an email, the address is dgmj@mail.com. If you want to leave us a 5-star review on the podcast platform of your choice, you can do that and send us a screenshot of it, and Mike will award you an achievement based on whatever the heck is going through his head at the time. So
Your mileage may vary, and the quality will be all over the place.
What quality?
Oh my god.
But before we put the bow on book 1, I have one final thing. When we started the show, I asked the 3 people to commit to exactly one book, 10 episodes, because I'm not going to try to force anyone to listen or to read and discuss repeatedly a series that they do not enjoy. So we're going to check in with each of our team members and see if they want to continue reading and recording Dungeon Crawler Carl. Well, Don't Gaslight Me, Jesus, I should say. Or if they want to bow out, no hard feelings, all of that. I promised you guys one book commitment. So let's go down the line again. What do you think, Tim?
Yeah, I'll do it again. Like,
All right.
I enjoyed enough, and I like parts of this. It ended terrible. Don't break my heart again, Matt. And yeah, I can do another one.
Fair. The next
Openly
one is
threatening the author.
book 2
not-
is literally
I'm
the
not
shortest
threatening.
of the books. I have it outlined to be 8 episodes, so it'll go a little bit quicker.
Okay.
Jennifer, what do you think?
I don't know. Although this really annoying guy who makes me do things. No, I'm just kidding. I'm all for it. I think I'm trying to give this one the first book grace. I had a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to book 2 having some growth, and I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Okay, Mike.
You know, it'd be really weird for me to stop at this point, especially since I'd just be like, "Oh, Tim, you have fun with it," and then I just stay quiet every time he records.
Yeah. And then we get Dak to come in.
Back with us.
Well, if you would just bring in Dak, then I have to stay because he's a talented, amazing individual. I'll be goddamned if I let that man have another fucking accolade or credit to his name. So goddamn it, I'm here for the long haul too, baby. I'll be here for book 2.
It's hard enough to get one coordinated with a person on the other side of the planet. So,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I bet.
as much as I love Dak, I don't know that I would try to recruit him for a second show. But I did leave the offer open that, you know, if he wants to organize his own show, maybe with Australians, that we could add it to the podcast network if it was a similar theme. But yeah, it's tough.
I told him I don't understand how time zones work. I swear they're a scam to sell clocks to people.
Sounds about right.
But he tells me, he's like, Mike, you know, I'm not actually calling you from the future. I I'm on a different part of the planet that we are both on. And I'm like, okay, whatever, future spaceman, whatever you got to tell me to sell clocks. And I'll be damned if that bastard sells me another fucking clock.
We're recording this the day before New Year's Eve, so right now they're about to enter the next year, and we are.
You see, that
See,
makes no
future
sense.
man.
Time isn't real. It's a scam.
Time is an illusion. Lunchtime doubly so. That's a Hitchhiker's Guide.
So are pants.
So that's an Avatar reference, which I also love. So that works out. All right. So we're going to continue through at least another book. We're going to read for next time chapters 1 through 4 of the second book in the Dungeon Crawler Carl series, which is called Carl's Doomsday Scenario.
My God.
I actually have to double check to make sure that's book 2. Yes, that is book 2. So if you're reading along with us for the next time, chapters 1 through 4 of Carl's Doomsday Scenario. Also, I've had some interest from fans talking to me, emailing, or in other areas communicating that the show would be better as a weekly show, which is something that we can discuss. I can't guarantee anything. There's also been some talk about doing like a Patreon, and maybe if we can raise a certain amount of money through the Patreon, that'll allow us to move into more of a weekly format. So I wanted to say that is something.
So, yeah.
That is something we are looking at, and that by next episode, hopefully, I will have more information. Maybe we will get the Patreon set up and stuff. We'll talk about it. Since I'd had several inquiries, I wanted to get that onto the show. That yes, since we're going into book 2, that is something that we're looking at that we will talk about. I had no guarantees at the moment, though. So,
Hey, you guys pay us. I'm willing. I'm a monkey. I'll dance.
I'll do it. If I got to step on things for money, fine. I'll start an OnlyFeed account. Like, all right.
All right, that's it. You
Feed
heard
my
it. Mike
Dr. Pepper addiction. I'm good.
Mike is going to step on pizza rolls if you guys start a Patreon and give us like $2,000.
Do we record this? Like,
Yeah.
are we gonna
Yeah.
get pedicure beforehand? We're gonna make it look pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
I was
Yeah.
about to say it's going to be like Will It Blend, and it'll just be a series of videos on Patreon.
Will it
like
feet?
Mike
Smush.
stepping on things and seeing if they smush or not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. That would be awesome.
Will it smush? $2,000. Get that in my hand.
Yes.
We only have like 200 people listening to
Yep.
the show every
They
week.
can pay.
So I don't
There you
think
go.
that's happening. Sorry. Oh, someday. Life
At the very
goals.
least, we will keep you entertained.
Yep.
Also, I'm gonna
Mhm.
make another demand of the fans. I want fan art. I want more fan art. And one thing I'm gonna what I'm gonna ask for. Come on, I want to see everybody's mecha grandmas. Come on.
Like a grandma, hobo with a shotgun.
Yeah.
All the classics.
But yeah, let's
Okay.
get some more fan art.
Oh my gosh. 1 second. I need to grab a Mordecai Wisdom of the Week, 'cause we actually did have Mordecai this week, so I really need to come up with a new sign off. I didn't think that one far enough
Mordecai
ahead.
is just like, I can't tell you anything unless you already know it.
I don't know you well enough to tell you that.
Oh, also, I wanted to make sure that we mentioned we have our new image that we're using for a thumbnail now for our image. The old one was one that I licensed for $1 off of some clip art website and then kind of gussied up myself. And while I think it's fairly decent attempt for someone with absolutely no artistic talent such as myself, Mike found someone to make us a professional looking image for the podcast. So you should be able to see that on the podcast now. And I wanted to give a shout out to Megan Hill, who is the one who did it for us. You can find her on Instagram at QuirkMarkDesigns. So check that out, and we appreciate the cool new image. Thank you everybody for listening. Emailers, people leaving reviews. We appreciate all of you. You guys are awesome. Remember, we're doing 4 chapters for next week. If you're following along, the first 4 chapters of Carl's Doomsday Scenario are the things to read. And we'll leave you with this piece of Mordecai wisdom for the week. Don't worry about floor 3. There's a lot to take in. It's not something you need to worry about just yet, okay?
Not until
Isn't
book
it
2.
though?
Not yet. Next week, or next 2 weeks, maybe. That's plenty of time. That's longer than Carl and Donut have been in the dungeon.
Exactly.
It feels like longer. I'm just saying.
Because we've been reading for 2 months.
It's true.
Good luck out there, crawlers.
You can edit this part out if you want. Your mic sounds like different this week, like you're far away or
You do sound far
echoey.
away.
Yeah, like is your mic plugged
Are
in
you
or is
going
it
out of
using
your
it?
PlayStation controller again?
Yeah,
Oh no, I hope not. Hold
it's
on.
because you've been kind of echoey, and it's only been like become apparent like the longer that you've talked.
Let me see. Input device. Yes, wireless controller is once again trying to be the input device. Damn it.
That's why. Sorry, I
Okay.
figured you wouldn't want to edit the whole episode.
No,
like
yeah,
this.
I'll probably have to re-record myself at the beginning.
Oh,
How
that's
does it
so much
sound now?
better.
Okay.
Oh no. Yeah, it sounds better now. It's just it's not like we couldn't hear you. It's just like I was noticing like there's like a weird echo. I don't know what that is. Like why does he sound a little far away? It doesn't sound bad. Like we could understand you perfectly. So
Okay. Well, I'll listen to it. I might re-record my lines from there if I feel like they suck. But I was afraid I'm like eating a candy cane. I was like, oh man, is my candy cane making it sound weird? That'd be strange. But no, it's the stupid controller. Okay. Thank
does
you
it
for letting me know it before we got too far in the episode.
you check the input device on your computer, it just says candy cane. What the fuck?
That would be impressive. Yeah.
This
Fucking
candy
smart
cane is
candy
Bluetooth,
canes.
bitches.
Everything's got to be smart these days. Damn it.
God damn it. It's microplastic and everything. One of these days, my heart's going to attach to the Bluetooth on my laptop, and I would just be like, could we stop this? No, I mean, like, and then I'm dead.
Smart
All right.
hearts. They're all the rage.
Don't miss a payment. You really don't want to miss a payment.
Oh, so we're gonna repo the genetic opera now. Okay.
Oh, yes, yes.